Having a valid and reliable data collection tool is an important aspect of your research integrity and quality. In the next 2 videos, I will share 6 questions and tips to help you design a strong data collection tool. The first question is, are you consistently focusing on the key concepts and variables that you've used in your research question and research objectives? This is important because without consistently including these key concepts and variables in your data collection tool questions or items, then your data collection tool will not obtain construct validity, which is the extent to which you would have achieved your stated outcomes. Consistently ask yourself, what does this question have to do with your research? The next question, which is a 2-part question, is, are your questions or items clear? Have you removed filler words from your questions? Now, you want your questions or items to be as clear and concise as possible so that your participants can deduce the meaning of your questions very easily. A lot of students tend to write very long questions. If your question or item is over 3 lines and it's too long, that means in a single sentence, it will be hard to deduce the meaning of your sentence. Now, you can use bullet points to list different aspects of your questions, which will still keep your questions or items concise and make it easier for your participants to follow along. The next question also has 2 parts, which is, does each question or item focus on one point of information, or is your question or item compounded? I often see students write their questions and they're using a lot of ands and as well as etc. If you're writing your questions or item, you want to focus on just one main point of information. So for example, in a research that's focused on kindergarten educators' perception on nature-based play, you might want to ask a question around, what are your perceptions or what are your opinions about the benefits of nature-based play for kindergarten children? Rather than ask the question, what are the advantages or disadvantages of nature-based play for kindergarten children? By focusing on the advantages and disadvantages, you run the risk of your participants not providing adequate answers for both the advantages or disadvantages. They might just focus on the advantage or this disadvantage. So ensure that your questions focus on just one main point of information and try to avoid the use of ands and buts, etc. as much as possible.